What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of REV Sports Wrap It Up. I am Josh, alongside the lovely Soul. How we doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Kind of struggling through some stuff, but we didn't have it last week. We got to have it this week. Maybe I'm just still in depression because football's over for at least till August.
Maybe. And Olympics are over too.
I know that was kind of the thing of like, but instead of chasing Super Bowl rings, the 5 rings of the Olympics is also over as well. But they did not disappoint at all. So I was very excited about getting into that. But the first thing we are going to get into, before we get into all the Olympic stuff that happened over the past 2 weeks, let's talk about some basketball. That's right. We still got it. But one of the things, it's unfortunate news. Basketball is going on. Obviously, the All-Star break is already over. So now it's a push into the playoffs for that. But obviously, we'll have March Madness beforehand. And there, obviously, March is literally starting next week. So So get ready for
already.
Get ready for your brackets on that. And of course, Louisville's underachieving, but that's another point. I don't want to be depressed right now. I don't want to do it.
Happy face, Josh. Happy face.
Hi. Yeah. But we do have some unfortunate news. Is that 2-time WNBA champion Kara Braxton dies in a solo car crash near Atlanta at the age of 43. Cobb County Police said Braxton was behind the wheel of a 2023 Ford Mustang heading north on Interstate 285 just after 5 p.m. Saturday when she struck the concrete median wall. The Ford continued in a northerly direction against the concrete wall until coming to rest on the left shoulder of I-285 at Cobb Parkway. Police said in a news release, Braxton was rushed to Wellstar Kennestone Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police said that the crash is still under investigation and that the investigators will want to speak to witnesses or anyone else with information about the incident. Braxton played with the Detroit Shock, the Tulsa Shock, the Phoenix Mercury, and the New York Liberty during her 10-season domestic pro career. She entered the WNBA at the number 7 overall pick of the Detroit Shock in 2025 draft. The Shock, led by Bill Laimbeer and standouts Deanna Nolan and Katie Smith, won WNBA titles in 2006 and 2008. She was with the team when the club moved in 2010 to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's home for 6 seasons before it relocated again, this time to become the Dallas Wings. Braxton's most productive season came in Phoenix, where she averaged 10.8 points and 4.9 rebounds per game in parts of 2010 and 2011 for the Mercury. After the WNBA, she went on to play overseas in Turkey, China, Israel, and South Korea. Braxton was SEC Freshman of the Year in 2002, averaging 16.3 points and 2 blocks shots a game in her rookie season at the University of Georgia. Braxton's son, University of North Carolina tight end Jelani Thurman, posted a photo of himself and his mother from when he was a toddler, a teenager, and a college former player. "I'm going to miss my queen," he wrote in an Instagram story. So, RIP to Kara. I hope. It sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah. Car crashes and are still prevalent to this day. But I don't know the full detail of what happened.
Yeah.
So we're just going to bring you the story. I really don't have much on it other than that it sucks.
It's sad. She's a champion in her own right. Say 2005 draft, not 2025 draft. That would
not bad. I always say I give it to the middle of March before I even realize it's 2026. It's one of those things. So I still got 2025 on the brain. Yeah. So my bad, guys.
She's not part of Paige Becker's draft class.
Paigey buckets.
But it is really sad, and it's not only that we're losing a champion of the sport, we're this kid Jelani lost a mother, and kind of just anyone who knew her. I know it's rocked a lot of the she played with DT in Phoenix, and so it's rocked a lot of people in the women's basketball world. And 43 is very young, so it's sad.
I'm looking at that age a lot sooner than I was thinking. So that's what a lot of times you see these ages. I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
And I guess we're just starting off the show very sad before we go to the fun of the Olympics.
Right?
But we're going to switch up to novelty acts because we aren't in football season. And this age is even younger.
Yeah. Trigger warning. We're about to talk about some stuff that may be triggering for you. But like we say on the show, if we didn't bring it to light, no one would, we want to make sure everyone is given their due for that. So trigger warning. But before I go into this story, it hits even closer home to me because he's a hometown kid from Louisville. And I mean, everyone, it's just the whole Louisville online people and everything like that was really just like, didn't matter. It hit Louisville for this. And, when it's your hometown kid, and, Louisville is, obviously Muhammad Ali and stuff, but we have posters throughout Louisville that's from there. So like Jennifer Lawrence has, it's like Jennifer's Louisville, and Justin Thomas, like he has one, and, and all this. And
those not from the Louisville area, like it includes the suburbs that are in other states like Indiana, which is
right.
So
yeah, because I mean Louisville borders New Albany, Indiana.
Yeah.
So I stared at that thing for all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just this sucks for me because it hit pretty well, because we always wanted, even though he didn't go to the University of Louisville or Western, he went to Purdue, but we understood because of Jeff Brom. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to honor this dude, which is Rondell Moore, NFL wide receiver, dies at the age of 25. Police in his hometown of New Albany, Indiana, as I just said before, is right across the river from Louisville, told the Associated Press that Moore was found in a garage with a suspected self-inflicted gunshot wound. The death remains under investigation. Quote, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Rondell Moore," the Vikings said in a statement. "While we are working to understand the facts, we have spoken with Rondell's family to offer our condolences and the full support of the Minnesota Vikings. We have also been in communication with our players, coaches, and staff, and will make counseling and emotional support resources available to anyone in need. Our thoughts are with Rondell's family and friends during the devastating time." A second-round draft pick of the Arizona Cardinals in 2021, Moore had been sidelined the past 2 seasons because of injury. He missed the 2024 season after suffering a dislocated right knee while with the Atlanta Falcons. He most recently spent time with the Vikings, participating in their 2025 offseason and training camp before suffering a season-ending left knee injury while returning a punt August 9th in the team's preseason opener. Quote, "I am devastated by the news of Rondell's death," Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell said in a statement. While Rondell had been a member of the Vikings for a short time, he was someone we came to know well and care about deeply. He was humble, soft-spoken, and respectful young man who was proud of his Indiana roots. As a player, he was disciplined, dedicated, and resilient despite facing adversity multiple times. His injuries sidelined him throughout his career. We are all heartbroken by the fact he won't continue to live out his NFL dream. We won't all have a chance to watch him flourish. My prayers are with Rondell's family, friends, teammates, and coaches as we all deal with this tragic news. In a statement, the Cardinals said that they were devastated and heartbroken. Our thoughts and deepest condolences are with his family, friends, teammates, and everyone who loved him and had the privilege of knowing such a special person, the team said in a social media post. In 3 seasons with the Cardinals, Moore started 23 games. He caught 135 passes for 1,201 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also rushing 52 times for 249 yards and 1 score. Quote, "He can't even begin to fathom or process this," former Cardinals teammate J.J. Watt said on social media. "There's just no way. Way too soon, way too special. So much left to give. Rest in peace, Rondell." Moore grew up in New Albany, just across the Indiana border from Louisville, Kentucky, was named the first-team All-American as a freshman at Purdue in 2018. And as an all-purpose player that season, he also won the Paul Hornung Award for most versatile player. Moore had 1,915 receiving yards and 14 touchdowns, while also rushing for 248 yards and 3 touchdowns in 3 seasons with the Boilermakers. Quote, "Rondell Moore was a complete joy to coach," said Louisville's Jeff Brom, who coached Moore at Purdue. "The ultimate competitor that wouldn't back down from any challenge. Rondell had a work ethic unmatched by anyone, a great teammate that would come through in any situation. We all love Rondell. We loved his smile and competitive edge that always wanted to please everyone he came in contact with. We all offer our thoughts and prayers to Rondell and his family. We love him very much." this is obviously football and self-inflicted deaths, CTE, everything.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to go right there. Um, I forgot his Chris Nowinski, I think is his name. Was a former professional wrestler, Harvard grad, and he had to end up retiring because of bout with concussions.
Mhm.
Now he basically goes around, and because you really can't diagnose CTE until they unfortunately pass
Yeah.
away, and then they donate it. So he goes around and basically has to go to grieving families and say,
Mhm.
"Hey, can I get their brain to study it and get more things?" Now, obviously, there hasn't been light. We don't know of what could have caused this. I know that he could not get over the injury bug. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
one season-ending after season-ending injury. So obviously that has a mental weight on it. But watching at Purdue and him single-handedly beat Ohio State. I mean, you go back and watch those highlights. Everyone that says we're on Rondell Moore, they know exactly the game that I'm talking about, where he single-handedly went in and beat them and helped Jeff Brom take the Boilermakers to heights that they hardly ever thought about. And then obviously went on to the NFL and was pretty solid with the Cardinals, and then injuries got in the way. And then here we are. So, obviously, if you know anyone that even shows signs of it, please just talk to them on those things. But this sucks. Thoughts and prayers and all that to his family, who 25.
Yeah,
And
so young, so young. Like, and I know, like, I'm not that much older. I'm 32 now, but like 25 feels like a kid to me now, which is crazy to think that when I was 25, I was like, I'm an adult, but 25, you're a kid. You're so young,
yeah,
um, and not only we've talked about like if you see someone struggling, like talk to your friends, be there for them, but also if you yourself are struggling, please seek help. Please, it's depression is bullshit and it's hard to deal with, but it is like sometimes your brain tries to tell you things that like is not true, and the best way is to talk that out with someone, is seek professional help, and know that life is worth it. So yeah, it's just sad. It is very sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very sad on that. So yeah, that's not the football news that I want to talk about on this show, but
Right.
it is something that it needs to be, like you
Yeah.
said, talked about and brought in.
And the fact too, like everyone has nothing but nice things to say about this kid too. So like
Rondell was awesome. Former, obviously graduated from Trinity High School in Louisville.
Yeah.
So,
but also like don't just give people flowers after they pass away. Give them while they're here too. So it's nice to see that he is getting his flowers now, but maybe that being nice to someone, you never know how that can affect and change their life. Saying one nice thing to someone. So remember to give people their flowers when they're alive as well.
yeah, for sure. Well said. Well said on that. All right, so you ready to get into the five rings?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get out of the sadness.
5 rings in snow and all the gold and silvers and medals and how amazing our Olympians did.
Yes. Ready to talk figure skating?
I'm ready to listen about you tell me about figure skating so I can talk about Alyssa and how amazing that routine was. And I have no clue what I watched, but I knew it was amazing. But anyway, here we go.
I'm getting Josh into figure skating. I'm gonna make him watch Worlds this month. That's coming in March.
At least Alyssa's got me, obviously, but Alyssa's routine, I'm like, I don't know. I met, just so full discretion, out of the blue, I was watching it and then I watched it again on, obviously, we can't show anything here. Thanks, NBC, by the way. We can't show any highlights of the Olympics, but I immediately just messaged Sol. I was like, I have no clue what I just watched. All I know was amazing.
Yeah, and that is what gets you in the door. And then, like, watch a year from now, he's going to be like, that triple Salchow was beautiful.
Obviously, we don't have it here, but she literally threw out the first pitch, I think, a Cardinals game, and she literally, like, did triple act, whatever the spins are. And
she did a spin, yeah.
And I was like, she did that on land?
Yeah, they can do that on land too. They just don't always need knives on their feet to be able to do these feats. But
It's a lot
first,
cooler if they do.
it is a lot cooler when they do. So, men's figure skating first, because we did not go live last week. Gotta talk about my boy.
Yeah,
Elliot
I was.
Season.
You. As soon as I saw that he fell and got eighth, I'm like, it was a backflip, wasn't it? It was a
It
backflip.
was not the backflip. He actually landed the backflip perfectly.
Mm.
It was. We'll get here. He had a really good short program and went into the free skate as a leader, and then proceeded to have the worst skate of his entire life. And he ended up in eighth place as a complete shock to the figure skating world. The media basically had already handed him the medal going into the Olympics. They're like, Ilya's gonna win, so let's see who's gonna get silver and bronze. Like, pretty much putting all that pressure. It honestly, it felt very similar to Simone Biles in Tokyo, where Simone, instead of hurting herself, took herself out of the competition. He performed and fell down multiple times. He didn't hurt himself, but yes.
Question. You know how we kind of were just like nervous about Lindsey Vaughn? And
Yeah.
thankfully, update, Lindsey Vaughn almost got her leg amputated.
Amputated?
Yeah. But we were nervous about that. Remember last show that we did? You were just like, I hope the pressure doesn't get to him.
Yes.
And then he fell. Is it our fault? Is this our fault? Like, we spoke Lindsey Vaughn into existence.
I think it's the media's fault. Let's blame the media.
But we were part of it. We weren't.
Yeah.
We didn't help.
I mean, we were. I don't think we're popular enough to be counted as the media yet.
You never know. You never know.
We never know. But I do want to give him his props. He did help secure the gold for the team event. He's not going away empty-handed. He will forever be an Olympian. He will forever be a gold medalist. So
2030, you get your lick. I'm glad you got your licks in now because he's coming.
Yeah, and he still is the best male figure skater out there. He is able to do things that no one else can do, and so this one competition does not define him. And I'm glad too that, like, mentally I'll get into it, but mentally he's come out of this. Like, it seems in a good place, which I was worried for a little bit. But combination Olympic pressure, social media comments. There were people not being so nice to him. Combination of, like, people thinking that he's arrogant because he does have the name Quad God, but, like, he has that name for a reason. Like, he earned it. He didn't like, oh, I can barely do it, but I'm gonna say that I'm the Quad God. Like, he has it for a reason. A little bit too is he does have a Russian name and he is a fluent Russian speaker, even though his parents are from Uzbekistan, which is a completely different country. But so, like, there is a lot of anti-Russia sentiment for both good reasons and bad reasons in the United States. And so some people using that to hate on him, even though he's representing the red, white, and blue. And then, like, just mental health in general. Took a guy who's usually pretty calm, cool under pressure, and we saw a breakdown in his performance. And, like, I felt really bad for the kid. And the worst part, when you watch the performance, you see he goes like after one of his mistakes, and, like, I was like, oh, he's gonna get some points deducted for that, because one of the things you have the technical score and then you have the component score, and the component score is your artistry, and you're supposed to make it look like what you just did is the easiest thing in the world. You're supposed to look beautiful, and, like, it's not, and the things that these figure skaters do are very difficult, and they're supposed to make it look like it's easy. And he, like, did that, and that inhale breath, and I was like, oh, he's gonna get points taken away from that. And then later on, you could see his face, like, just dropping more and more, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I literally was feeling the emotion. Like, I was almost in tears watching this kid break down on the ice. and still continuing his performance. When he came off the ice, his dad, who is also his coach, asked him if he was all right, and he shook his head. But then he showed great sportsmanship and grace after his defeat. He went up to Mikhail Shadorov, hugged and congratulated him, and said he deserved it, and then was immediately pulled to do an interview off the ice, which I was like, let this man breathe for a little bit. And he said, I blew it, and he only blamed himself, kind of thing. And like he showed a lot of grace. He all of his posts, men's individual media that he has done, he's shown a level of maturity that you really don't see in a 21-year-old. So like I have high hopes for him next month at Worlds and like going forward in it. And like he has been shown a lot of love. Simone Biles has talked to him. Tom Brady has talked to him. Kind of like he's been shown, and he's even talked about, he's just like, I didn't know how much like of an effect I had until like this thing happened to me, and now like getting this outpouring of love, like he goes, that means a lot to me. So like I'm glad that he is getting an outpour of blood after having a very mental breakdown kind of on the ice. We're not going to get into the quality of the ice, which is a little bit of a controversy, but
it was the French. It was the French's fault.
It was not the French's fault this time, for once. But everyone has to skate on the same ice. So whether the quality is good or not, like everyone's, it's the same thing. So you can't really complain.
It's kind of what I say about when people are complaining about the overtime rules in hockey. I'm like, each team knows the rules, guys. Each team has the same ice.
Same ice. And Mikhail Shadorov, he is representing Kazakhstan. He started skating in a mall, an ice rink at the mall, which ice rink at the mall, it's not going to have great quality of ice, probably. And so what ended up probably being a disadvantage early on in his skating career became an advantage because he was one of the few people who did not fall during the men's program. So like he was able to, and he also is the first to ever, where if you're doing a combination jump, if you are doing a quad in there, it's usually the quad comes first and then like the triple or the double comes second. He's the first to ever do a triple and then a quad second, because the amount of force that you need to do the 4 rotations, it's very, very difficult to do that jump second, and he did it second. So he now is someone who has done something that no one else has ever done before. So shout out Mikhail Shadorov of Kazakhstan.
Shout out to Mikhail.
Yeah, and if you don't know this, there's this thing called galas that happen at and they even happen at the Olympics, but they happen in every figure skating It's like the judges are no longer there. They figure skaters get to go and do whatever the hell they want. Ilya did a beautiful performance to Fear by NF, and like you could kind of see, and that performance was also focused on mental health, so it was a really good performance. And like you could see that, like, okay, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay going forward. And then Mikhail, his performance, he was dressed up as Kung Fu Panda in a giant panda suit, and he fought Sub-Zero for Mortal Kombat and Deadpool on the ice. So go watch that. It is this man won a gold medal and then decided, I'm gonna celebrate in a panda suit and fight Sub-Zero and Deadpool.
That's like a 12-year-old's like playing with toys. Like that's what I would just imagine. Just like some random characters, like some like 7 or 8-year-old, just like, okay, now a panda and then Deadpool.
Yep. And not only that, Jackie Chan was then there off the ice to hand him a panda plushie.
Nice.
So like it was great. The gala is great. It's still available on Peacock, I believe. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, because you get to see these artists basically perform and do performances without any of the pressure of being judged. So, and then we got women's figure skating. Alyssa Liu won gold for the U.S. in women's individual. She skates with so much freedom and is such a joy to watch. Her coming out of retirement and deciding to do the sport her way, pick her own music, her own outfits, have more input in her routines, not be on a diet, and skate for the fun of it, not for the competitiveness of it. I think she is such a role model for young women. Too much in this sport, you see women are, and you especially saw in the last Olympics and in previous Olympics with the Russian girls who weren't even allowed to drink water because of water weight at the Olympics.
What?
Yeah, they were roided out and starved.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So Alyssa, she has said she doesn't view other skaters as competitors. She views them as fellow artists, and that no pressure joy got her to a gold medal. And I hope she's able to give some of that to Ilya. Be like, hey, we're doing this for the fun of it, not to compete. Even though you are competing, but like she's doesn't view it as a competition anymore. She's like, I just want people to see my art. And when she has zero Olympic pressure on her, because she was beautiful out there.
Yeah. It didn't even look like she knew that she was competing in the Olympics.
Yeah.
She was just out there just doing her thing.
And then I'm also really proud of Amber Glenn. She didn't have the short program that she wanted, but she came back strong in the free skate with a beautiful performance. She didn't medal, but she made this figure skating fan very proud, and she did it all while on her period.
Yeah. But she did medal in the team, right?
Mm.
Didn't Amber Glenn still?
Yeah, she has a gold medal, so
she has a gold medal.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go back here.
Right. So it looks like we got some comments here. Justin saying glad Vaughn is okay. Yeah, Ambling Soul saying people forget these are still younger athletes. Being by yourself in the spotlight in the biggest games for 4 years. If you falter, it's tough to recover. Justin, ice controversy. I thought the curling cheating accusations were the only. Oh, Justin, there's so many controversies at this Olympics.
It's the Olympics, man. There's so many games, so many controversies.
I said we weren't going to get it, but basically is that they did the figure skating short program one day. The following day, they did the speed skating in the same, and then they did the men's free skate the following day. So they had speed skating in the middle, and the ice for figure skaters, they likes to be thicker and is it warmer? Like there's a different temperature for both. And the ice for speed skating likes to be less thick and I think colder. So it and you saw a lot of crashes in the speed skating, and then you saw the men falling a lot in their program. So like the ice quality wasn't good for either event.
No. Well, I think I don't know if you have the video of the.
Oh no, we do. Just
okay.
Wait.
Okay. I'm telling you, like I said, I felt my head's not all over the place right now. So.
Justin also agrees Leo was great.
Yeah.
And then Emling Soul, she was so effortless and looked to be having so much fun. Mm-hmm. Just what the fuck Soul did.
Yeah, not the Russians. And a low-grade horse tranquilizer. What the hell, Bernice?
But then speaking of controversies,
right?
Josh, what happened in curling?
Oh, you Canadians. The Canadians, this video kind of explains it best, but Canada caught cheating in curling, but curling, obviously we're learning about curling every Olympics, and more, I'm watching curling a lot more every Olympics. Now, I will say, I was very disappointed in the stashes. Okay, we need to step our game up in 2030 on the stashes.
That's why we didn't win.
That's probably why we didn't win. Our stash game was not like Elita was the last Olympics. But the Canadians did win, but it's kind of a self-governing thing. Like there's no officials or anything. It's more of a, hey, that's effed up. You know, you're not supposed to do that. So
honor code
type things. But the Canadians didn't honor the honor code. But we got a video here because I forgot to share my screen, so I'm just kind of playing it up to kind of explain what we mean by the curling stuff.
This is exactly the drama we needed in curling. Canada gets caught cheating and they fire right back at Sweden. If you're one of the few people who thinks curling isn't electric, buckle up. So Canada's facing Sweden in curling, and this guy, Mark Kennedy, has been suspected of cheating before. There's already drama. You see how he's touching the rock right here? You're only allowed to push off with the handle and only before that green line. So he's doing two things right now that are breaking the rules. So Sweden calls them out at the other end of the sheet saying, you can't touch the rock. And Kennedy, like any innocent person, immediately starts swearing back at the guy. He said multiple times, I haven't done it once. You can F off. And he's right, he hasn't done it once. He's done it multiple times. But it gets even better because instead of admitting their fault, Canada comes back at Sweden and accuses them of illegally filming the line. Sweden knew this guy was going to cheat. So allegedly, they set up a camera to catch him. And then when they were yelling back and forth, Sweden said, I'll show you the video after the match. For the Americans watching this would be like Tom Brady being caught in Deflategate and instead of admitting it, accusing someone of Spygate. What's even funnier is the governing body World Curling issued Kennedy a verbal warning, but they don't go over game film to see if someone was cheating, so he hasn't been charged with cheating. I cover news in all sports, so if you want breakdowns like this every day, drop this page and follow.
Yeah, Canada. What the hell, dog?
Yeah.
That's like the perfect admittance of guilt is when you just bitch the other team.
Fuck off.
Oh, F off. You worry about your stuff. I'm like, okay.
Actually, you were cheating because you filmed me.
Well, actually, you're not supposed to do that. And it's just like the whole time I'm like, well, that Canadian's not going to be a first ballot NFL Hall of Famer like Bill Belichick.
One thing that they've done to combat cheating is that there's a sensor, but it's only on the handle. So you're, like they said, you're not supposed to be touching the handle after it crosses the line there. And so if you are, like, it goes off, and it's basically that shot doesn't count. But there's no sensor on the rock, and that's what he touched with his
Dwayne Johnson. No, just kidding.
Yes.
No, I couldn't resist that one. So, what's up, Justin? Speaking about The Rock, tune in tomorrow night at 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern, as me and Justin Toner go over the world of wrestling with Ruckus Wrestling. Tune in tomorrow.
And he says, "Boo, Canada."
It's all right. We beat him in their sport.
Blame Canada. But Canadian curling didn't just ruin one event. This guy, like, he was touching other things and ruining those events too.
Yeah, no. Yeah, unfortunately, we are afraid that. Oh no! Why? I swear to God, this guy's name's got to be like Spencer.
Oh, my poor boy Ilya.
Oh, poor boy.
Touched him 2 times from both sides.
Touched him 2 times from both sides. All right, so phrasing.
Hey, I said what I said.
It's fine. But speaking of not getting into the cheating, overall, the U.S. Olympic team did very well in this Olympics. Obviously, shout out to Norway. They're really good at cross-country skiing. Who was?
And there's like a gazillion different skiing events.
Yeah. But I'm sorry.
His name is Norway McNorrinson.
Yeah. Anyway, he has 6 gold in cross-country skiing.
The Michael Phelps of skiing. Yeah,
he's the Michael Phelps of skiing. So it just shout out to him. Literally had he's showed a picture and had 6 gold medals. But yeah, Norway did have the most medals. They are historically the most accomplished Winter Olympic nation. So shout out to Norway. Obviously, they put all of their resources and stuff into the Winter Olympics, and it shows. But they're also no one can do this. We are going to dominate these categories here.
Although Norway, bad at hockey.
Yeah.
They say that they're snow Nordics, not ice Nordics. Apparently, there's a difference.
Gotcha. But
the Finns and the Swedes good at hockey. Norway, not so much.
Yeah, not so much. But shout out to our other gold medals from Team USA, Michaela Schifrin. Did I get that right? She was she was one of the be like, oh, you got to watch Michaela coming into it. And guess what? She lived up to the hype and won gold in women's slalom. Elena Myers Taylor finally got her gold medal. I think they're like, Mama finally got her gold or something. I forgot exactly what they were saying. I'm trying to.
And she shouted out her nanny too.
Yeah.
When she won.
Yeah, because she got a lot of kids. Jessie Diggins won gold in women's 10K kilometer interval start free. What's that?
Some skiing thing.
Okay, thank you. Yep, I don't care. I don't care to be not knowing what some of these events are. There's a lot of them. We were just like, oh, that's an event. Okay, cool. I'm glad we won gold in it. And then Elizabeth Limley won gold in women's moguls. The U.S. won gold in mixed team aerials. Alex Ferreira men's free ski half pipe. Jordan Stoltz won gold in men's 500 meters and 1,000 meters in speed skating and got a silver in men's 1,500. And then, who's the women's snowboarder? She's badass.
Chloe Kim.
Yeah, Chloe Kim. Chloe Kim, sorry. Shout out to her. Obviously, we were hoping she would get gold. She got silver. That's because here's the fun joke about it. She dates Myles Garrett, so they're like, oh, it's because she's too connected with the Browns. Of course, she's not
too connected with the Browns. That meme was funny, but yeah. I think it is kind of cool that one of her proteges was the one who won gold. So it's like, it is like. It's like, oh, when the student becomes the master kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, shout out to all of our Olympians. I think we ended up with 33 medals overall. I think Norway had 41.
I think it is the most, like you said, the most that we've had in a Winter Olympics, which is cool.
It's cool, man. Congratulations to all of our Olympians.
We were third in the medal count, right?
Second.
We were second?
We beat out Italy. Canada only had 12. What the heck, guys? Come on. I don't know. Hey, at least you won curling, but at what cost, Thanos? At what cost? No, you're not Thanos. But hey, look, the bit on this show. I will make fun of Canada with all the love, but I will make fun of you.
We do love our neighbors to the north.
We do love them, but I will talk shit,
especially about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But we own hockey. It's fun.
I do want to shout out Paralympics. They do start March 6th, so we will be covering that when the Paralympics. So we still got some Olympic stuff to go, some gold medals that I hope we get. It'll be fun to talk about.
Yeah, I forget what her name was, but I saw she's got a nice, cool TikTok account, and like her and Alyssa and Alyssa, and hold on, I'm gonna get the name. You mentioned her before.
Amber Glenn.
Yeah, they had some cool little TikToks. She's a Paralympic, and so there were some cool little TikToks between those three. So as far as when she's some personalities of the Paralympic girls, just type in Alyssa Liu and Amber Glenn. It'll probably pop up. But I don't know. I just can't get enough of Alyssa and her vibe. That's a Cali girl through and through. She's from Oakland, but that was a Cali routine. And I just loved, as soon as she skated off, just like, let's effing go. I was like, yeah, that's my girl. I like that.
And it made you go USA.
Yeah, I was like, fucking America.
And like, shout out to like, most of our gold medals were won by women. So,
Yeah. Hey, it's nice to live in a nation where women can be badasses.
Yes. And one thing that the Olympics does every time it comes around, summer or winter, is that it shows that the reason why the U.S. is great is because of our diversity. We have people with ethnicities from all over the world who get to call themselves Americans and compete for our country and make us proud. And that is why we win, because we're fucking awesome.
We're fucking awesome. Rock flag eagle, bitches.
Yeah.
But yes, shout out to the Paralympics. and all the Paralympians representing our country. And I hope you all have a wonderful and all success to our U.S. Paralympians.
And we'll be talking about you winning gold, baby.
Yep, all the gold and silver and bronze. It's okay. It's okay. Although we would love gold more.
I like gold.
I like gold. Yeah, because look, at the end of the day, this is how it's viewed. Okay, if we medal, that's awesome. You are an Olympic medalist. That you can't take nothing. Take that away from you, except for Canada when they're curling. I'm playing asterisk on that shit. I'm gonna talk. I don't care. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna get my jabs in Canada. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. It's a fun rivalry, guys. Okay, but we do sit there and say, all right, what's the medal count and how many goals do we have? Like that's just how it's viewed.
Yeah. You ready to talk some soccer?
Yeah.
Josh, your teams are actually doing good after the first week. MLS started this weekend, and
did? No, just kidding.
Your New York Red Bulls beat Orlando 2-1, and you claim Nashville a little bit.
Yeah, adjacent.
Nashville, they beat the New England Revolution 4-1. So both your teams doing well.
But has the devil played yet?
The devil. I mean, every team did play. I didn't record what
they do. What they do.
Well, you can look it up for yourself.
I hope they had a miserable first game.
Unfortunately for Tushka, his Sporting KC lost 3-0 to San Jose. And also, unfortunately for me, Inter Miami also lost 3-0 to LAFC. That wasn't a fun game to watch, to be honest. I miss Jordi Alba and Busquets already. We have to learn how to play without them and play with the new guys we picked up. I'm not worried, though. It is just the first game with plenty of season. And we're also the reigning champs. So
I was about to say, like, you're on house money. But
yeah.
You know what's better than winning a championship? The next one.
Yeah. I mean, as a Florida Panthers fan, it was very fun to go back to back. We're not going to go to the playoffs this year.
No. When your captain's basically out the whole season, it turns out you need that guy.
Yeah. And like, we're not in the hockey section yet, but like Alexander Barkov, Sasha Barkov, he like just donated like $1 million to the children's hospital, and kind of like he's my captain. They agree outside. Our captain is such a good guy, and so like, and then but hey, he's back to training. He's on ice in practice, so we'll get him back for next year. It'll be good.
There's always next year. You won 2 in a row. It's okay. Let the other people, because the Preds give me hope.
LAFC, though, back to soccer, they're going to be a problem this year. They're going to be a problem. So good soccer week for Josh.
Yeah, it was a good soccer week. I hope the Red Bulls keep going and Nashville keeps going. But it's weird when the Red Bulls play Nashville because I'm like conflicted. But you know, I Thierry Henry made me a Red Bulls fan, so can't help it.
And you, as we've said before, you like to diversify your teams.
I do. I was telling somebody, like, they were like, "What's your teams?" And I like told them all my teams. Like, wow, you're all over the place. I was like, when you're born and raised in a city with no professional sports team, you tend to plant your flag in many places.
Yes.
On that, so.
But World Cup's coming soon.
Yeah.
Josh. How's that going for?
Oh man, it's like we're locking it down as Congress as they're talking about some warned cities over security concerns. Former ESPN article written by Shweta Surendran, I think I got that right. Local officials representing World Cup host cities warned Congress on Tuesday that security concerns, coordination problems, and inadequate federal funding are risking catastrophe. With a little more than 100 days remaining before the games begin, witnesses joined members of the House Homeland Security Committee in citing the urgent need to unfreeze FEMA money earmarked for the host city's security needs. Officials testified before the committee that local agencies have failed to coordinate adequately with each other and the federal government as they work out complex security details on transportation, hotels, fan events, and practice locations, as well as the stadiums themselves. Drone threats, human trafficking, the presence of ICE agents at games, and the recent cartel violence in Mexico are adding to the troubled picture provided not only by the witnesses, but also by committee members themselves. The federal government had previously earmarked $625 million for the 11 U.S. host cities to enhance security and preparedness, and $250 million to strengthen their ability to detect, identify, track, or mitigate drone threats. FEMA states on its website, security planning is heavily impacted by the government's inability to dispense the funds. I feel that if we'd been having this conversation 2 years ago, we'd be in better shape. Mike Senna, president of the National Fusion Center Association, testified. But today, as we're approaching these games, we're nowhere near the capability we need. Events such as the World Cup and the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles will test Homeland Security more than it has been in decades. Senna said, adding that a lack of coordination between local agencies has added to the security headaches. Ray Martinez, the chief operating officer for the Miami World Cup Committee, said that without the roughly $70 million in federal funds that Miami has applied for, the end of March would mark a drop dead date to start canceling plans due to inadequate security. Starting with the Fan Fest concert events planned around the games, we're 107 days out from the tournament, but more importantly, we're about 70-something days out from starting to build the Fan Fest. These decisions have to be made. Martinez says, without receiving this money, it could be catastrophic for our planning and coordination. Representative Carlos Gimenez of Florida said that FEMA staffers who process grants are not working during the partial shutdown and that the funding is not coming till the government reopens. Joseph Mabin, the deputy chief of Kansas City Police, said release of the funding is critical for the city to hire additional personnel ahead of the World Cup and that his local departments did not have enough staff to cover all security threats. Kansas City will host 6 games and serve as base camp for 4 teams. Salaries for many of those working on the planning and coordination are also contingent on the frozen funds, said Travis Nelson, Deputy Chief of Staff and Homeland Security Advisor to the Maryland government. Nelson described this moment as pivotal and compared it to a Jenga game where one wrong move is going to cause the whole thing to come down. House of Cards.
House of Cards. Yeah, it's not looking great.
No. Bureaucracy, red tape, fun shit.
Yeah. Turns out our government being a complete shit show is gonna affect the World Cup significantly.
Oh, okay. News at 11, Bob.
News at 11. And then now too, which my family lives in Guadalajara, where all of this cartel stuff happens. The OXXO, which is basically like their 7-Eleven down the street from their house, was set on fire. So that, and Guadalajara is a host city in Mexico. So you have the cartel violence in Mexico. You have all the shit in the United States. So it looks like Canada is going to be the only safe place to go for the World Cup.
Right, man. As long as there's no snow, that's about the only thing threatening right now in Canada.
It is summertime, but
I'm aware.
You never know.
You never know, though. You never know. If you go far enough north in Canada, it don't matter what time of the year it is. I don't know. Just
go into the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, just if you go far enough north, you're going to run into polar bears and snow and ice and a lot of ocean. That's cold.
Yeah, but I've been worried about how the World Cup, like between the whole ticket situation and like how expensive it is and how like it would be cheaper for me to go into a time machine and then fly to Qatar and pay for a game in Qatar than try to pay for tickets now in the United States in the fucking city I live in to watch a game. Which that's crazy. So you have like the ticket situation, so people aren't buying tickets. You have the the way the world is viewing the United States at the moment. So people have canceled their World Cup plans because they're worried about coming to the United States. So this is gonna be a shit show for FIFA. It looks like.
Shit show, FIFA. Internally, that kind of tracks.
Yeah, corruption. What?
Corruption, FIFA. Oh, that was still crazy when we covered that, and like the FIFA person was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "You're the one to talk, dog."
No. And the fact that Gianni is worse than Sepp Blatter, but Sepp Blatter is saying like, "Yeah, this is bad." So like when someone who was as corrupt as Sepp Blatter is like, "Hey, yo, this is not good," that like tells you something.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It looks like the safest place to watch the World Cup is from your living room this summer.
Yeah.
Hey, but we got the World Baseball Classics coming up.
Just hey, Edwin.
That should be run better.
Edwin Diaz. Well, you're on the Dodgers now, but still stay home. Because I remember,
yeah,
he tore his ACL celebrating in the World Baseball Classic. So,
my favorite is when we did the sports fight that we did, and you incorrectly named what country he was from. That memory just came into my head.
I got something wrong. Damn it.
Never happens.
Never happens. Speaking about news at 12, I'm human.
But you know something that did happen? Americans scoring goals.
They did score goals. Because, you got this one.
I got it. First up, we got Ricardo Pepi. He scored the third goal in PSV's 3-1 win over Heerenveen in the Eredivisie.
Saibari goed doorgespeeld. Pepi, schot van Pepi! En hier valt helemaal niks meer aan af te keuren. Dan heeft Saibari toch zijn assist. Heeft Pepi toch zijn doelpunt. Maar deze is nog wel een stukje fraaier natuurlijk.
Did you understand all that Dutch there, Josh?
Nailed it. Rosetta Stone. No.
We don't have a video for this one because boo League One. Boo the French. Folarin Balogun scored the first goal in Monaco's 3-2 win over Lens in League One. Ligue 1. And then we got Johnny Cardoso. He scored the second goal in Atletico Madrid's 4-1 win over Club Bruges in the Champions League. Way to go, Johnny.
Man. It was a good strike.
Good strike. And then we got our girl, Naomi Girma, scores the game winner in Chelsea's 2-1 win over Man United in the FA Cup. So yeah, that was a tap-in goal for Naomi, and that was a little bit American on American crime there, since Fallon Joyce is in net for Man United. But hey, a goal is a goal.
Yeah, a win is a win, a goal is a goal, and cheating is cheating, Canada.
You ready to get to hockey?
We won.
We won.
We won. We did the thing. We went out there. We laced them up. We put the skates on with the sticks and the gloves and the shit, and we did the thing.
We did the thing.
We got the two. We got 2 for 2.
2 for 2. So we're gonna talk women's hockey first. We won gold, baby.
We won gold. Third time.
And last gold we won was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
But nice to win, and we were expected to win gold.
Yeah.
And so
Canada, I got a little nervous.
What a game.
American Keller.
The U.S. women were the best team in the tournament and were the expected favorites to win the gold medal, especially after we beat Canada 5-0 in the group stage. This was a gold medal match, and Canada came to play. They scored the first goal, and the U.S. were left on the ropes until the last 2 minutes of regulation. Captain America, Hillary Knight, scores the tying goal that takes it to overtime. Hillary Knight's last Olympics. She fucking came. They call Marie-Philippe Poulin of Canada Captain Clutch. No, Hillary Knight is Captain Clutch.
Yeah.
I do love MPP though, but she's Canadian, so she's a rival at this moment.
So right now, you going? I'm so sorry. You got a silver and a labubu.
Reminder for folks: overtime Olympic hockey is 3v3.
Mm-hmm.
And then Megan Keller scores the game winner.
So sick.
So good.
So
It was beautiful.
So
We can't show because of NBC.
No, you can't show it. But that's like, oh my gosh, the gif of that. Oh,
literally go look it up. It's so good. The U.S. take home the gold and have a tournament where they score 33 goals in 7 games and only allowed 2 goals against them. Erin Frankel is a fucking brick wall.
Yep. And shout out, she's also does really cool. She's a big chicken. She's a big
Caesar salad.
I don't know. I was going to say chicken Caesar salad, but she's a big Caesar salad guru. So those are really cool. Going deep dive.
Yeah, her Instagram is full of just Caesar salad reviews. These women were dominant, and they're going to have the best time partying with Flavor Flav in Las Vegas. So I'm ready to see the videos of that whenever it ends up happening. But who would have thought Flavor Flav would be such a champion for women's Olympic sports?
Yeah. So strange world, but it's cool.
Like, if you would have told younger me was watching Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. And then we got the
well done, ladies. You had me sweating there at the end. Now, same thing, obviously, with the men. They did the 3v3 as well. Obviously, Canada did not. It has been complaining about that. But I will say, some pundit made it really cool because obviously, as we know, if you watch this show, still don't know puck yet. I haven't known puck, but Tampa Bay, if they win it, I know officially no puck. But someone said 3v3 is basically like the blinds going in poker, and the blinds are so large that you basically have to go all in the whole time. And so it's just basically like a full-on sprint each way, and just whoever able.
It's like 3x3 basketball.
Yeah.
Like you don't get any help side in 3v3 basketball.
Nope. So I get it, but Dems, you knew what the overtime rules were. So,
and I think even if it was 5v5, on the women's side, I think we would have won gold. If it was 5v5 on the men's side, we might have lost.
But we didn't.
Here's my argument, though, on the 3x3. Canada couldn't even beat us when they were 5-3x3.
That's what I was getting. That was going to be my other point. You beat me to the point, Sol, but good job. I was just like, you had us 5v3 and you still couldn't get the puck in the net. So, and you dominated the second and third period.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
But going to men's Olympic hockey, I would be shouting, "We want gold!" Baby, for the men as well. And I definitely did jump out of my seat when Jack Hughes scored that overtime goal. Some other stuff tainted the win for me.
What? More controversy?
More controversies. But before we get to that, from a hockey standpoint only, shout out to Connor Hellebuck. He stood on his fucking head the whole game.
That stick save of Toes. Is Toes? I don't know. I just that overhead photo. Like people are painting. Like there's like millions of photos of people are like TikTok people and like artists are just putting that.
It's so good.
It's so freaking good. How did he? How did that get his stick there?
I don't know. But he is the reason we won gold.
Yes.
Canada was a better team.
Mm-hmm.
They had possession most of the game.
Yeah.
They played better than us, but we had better goaltending. Before this tournament, pundits said that if we were going to win this thing, it would be because of our goaltending. Canada has the better roster. They could have a team B, and that team would have medaled. Like, Canada is so fucking stacked. There's people that they left at home that, like, could have fit in perfectly here. Like, it is crazy the amount of talent, but it is their sport, but the amount of talent that Canada has. But we have the better goalies. It kind of feels like the soccer of old, where like maybe we weren't the best, but like we had Tim Howard or we had Casey Keller or we had like our goalies were.
Yeah, no, people were saying like, you know, he were like that. They kept saying Tim Howard.
Yeah.
For him.
Tim Howard versus who was it, Portugal or fuck, it was in the 2010
I forget. I know exactly talking
World
about.
Cup.
He was ridiculous.
Belgium.
Yes, thank you. He was brick wall that game.
And then I also really loved how the team honored Johnny Gaudreau after they won. It was a really nice moment. Gaudreau's parents and his wife and kids were in the stands. They went and they got his kids. So in the team picture, you have Gaudreau's kids and the sweater with Gaudreau's name on it. And it was just a really nice moment. And all the stuff that happened on the ice, like, made me feel so good.
You were right there.
We were right there.
Right there. But
no. And then, go ahead if you want to say something on Gaudreau.
Gaudreau and the two kids out there. That picture is so sweet.
It's so sweet.
And
not a dry eye.
No, when I was like, oh, dude, like I said, I was just so excited. And then I saw them with they're skating with Gaudreau's jersey, and I'm like, oh, damn it, they did it. They did the thing. And then they went and got the kids in that picture with Gaudreau's jersey, and I was like,
they did this for Gaudreau.
They did this for, do it for Johnny, as they say in the outside. Do it for Johnny, man. Do it for Johnny.
We also got a fun stat. Brock Nelson is the third member of his family to win a gold medal in hockey for Team USA, with his grandfather winning in 1960, his uncle winning in 1980, and now him in 2026. One of my favorite memes is he does have a son, so they were like, so now his son has to win a gold medal.
Yeah, 46-year drought. I tell you always, because like we're always competitive in the Olympics, but I always forget that 2010 we got close. We got a silver there. Then Canada knocked us out both times, and then they stopped.
Sid the kid.
Yes, well, Sid the senior now, but he's also out for he's on. They put him on IR.
And that was the one thing, is like he got put on IR, I think either today or yesterday, but he didn't play in the gold medal match, and we're like, oh, Sidney Crosby has to be really hurt if he's not playing in the gold medal match. And I was like, oh, that's not good for the Penguins.
No, because as we know with hockey players, you can get your teeth knocked out and still go out there and play.
Yeah.
So hockey players they punch each other for fun, and it's allowed, except for the Olympics. You can't do it in the Olympics. That's why there's no.
But they did it anyways.
Oh yeah, they do it anyway. But if you get kicked out of the game, just don't get like a 5-minute. You get kicked out of the game for fighting in the Olympics. So.
But so now both the men and the women have 3 gold medals in hockey. Mm-hmm. And women in a much shorter.
Yeah. Now I'm waiting for. I need the other nations, because basically, like our women and Canada's women are just so like dominant. I'm just waiting for the other nations, because like obviously, and also shout out to the.
That's also similar to soccer, like
right.
In soccer, on the men's side, our rivals is Mexico, but on the women's side, our rival is Canada. And just because of college sports, that's the reason why the U.S. and Canada have been so good in soccer.
Yeah, but obviously we got Trinity Rodman, so suck at Canada, right? When it comes to female soccer. But shout out to also the Players Union for pushing the last agreement to get NHL players to be able to play in the Olympics, because man, does the game get a lot better when NHL players are playing in it.
Yeah. Yes, it's great to see best on best hockey, NHL players. So right now with their current CBA, it's this Olympics and the 2030 Olympics, you have to assume even though like they'll be negotiating new CBAs, that at Salt Lake they have to be sending NHL players, because it would be hilarious if they're like, okay, no NHL players for Salt Lake.
Yeah, every bargaining agreement is different, but
yeah.
that it's just not the same. Like I'm still like but it's just when you got the NHL boys going at it and them competing for their country, as we can see in the Four Nations, which they're doing the World Cup, I think next year, or they're calling it that. I don't know.
It's a World Cup of hockey.
Yeah, World Cup of hockey, which sounds more prestigious than a thing. So if the U.S. doesn't win it, it's an exhibition, guys. We don't care. We just want the Olympics. Like we said when we lost the Four Nations to Canada, and Canada was like, if we lose to you, it's whatever. We don't like when we beat them the first time the Four Nations. And they're like, Canadians like, we don't care. It's just an exhibition. Then they won it. Like, oh, suck it, U.S. And we're like, don't worry, it's an exhibition. Wait for the Olympics. And they're like, you're not going to beat us in the Olympics. And then we did. Also, for those complaining that it was 3v3. You had your best skaters. You had McJesus.
You had McDavid, McKinnon, and the celebration.
Also, I know that in full context of McKinnon's comment, just me being happy that we beat Canada finally. We finally got over the hump.
With McKinnon's comment, it's one of those where like we can say that and just like know that we will say it because Canada was the better team.
Yeah.
But you can't say that as a player. You can't say that after the game.
No. Just take your little boo-boo and your silver medal. And also, you can't beat an empty net, dog.
Oh, and then at the same time too, I felt so bad for Connor McDavid for because I saw an interview today that was giving some asshole asked him. This is so paraphrased. He didn't say it this way, but what it sounded like. So you lost 2 Stanley Cups in a row, and you got the silver medal. How's it feel being a loser?
He could tell he wanted to punch the guy, but he was just like, "Thank you for the question," and he just moved on. But he won MVP though, so he won MVP again that he lost.
Yeah, because he had the best Olympics of anyone.
I mean, obviously,
on individual
stat wise though, yeah, but Hellebuck was just insane. So is it Aaron? So I'm sorry for the female, the other goalie. She was a brick wall too.
Aaron Wrinkle.
But yeah, no, McKinnon, and just the fact that he had probably his worst game, and then he sits there and just like, well, we were the better team, and I was like, you missed an empty net, dude. It was right there, and you just liked it. But
yeah, no, that between that and then the other goal where Hellebuck saved it with behind his back was, I was just like, how did that not go in?
Yeah, but you got to give a shout out to our general manager. I mean, going into the Olympics, we were like, why aren't you putting goal scorers? Why aren't you doing robo? And like, you're leaving these guys out. We won gold, so it is what it is. But yeah, that's it. We don't want to talk about nothing.
Nothing else happened.
No, nothing else happened. We all just went to bed, came out the next day, and we're like, yay! Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing at all. So I'm very disappointed.
What?
In our men's team, but I'm not surprised. Because sexism, along with racism and homophobia, is embedded in hockey culture. Yes, it is getting better. Yes, there are initiatives going forward, but it is systematic in the culture. And what you do behind closed doors, how you behave, shows more of who you are than what you do in that's public facing. And it's such a secret. I don't like Trump. Oh my God, what a secret.
News at 1:00, Bob.
But I have no problem with them getting a phone call from the president. That's normal.
Every country would get
every country. Like if you won the gold medal in hockey, your leader is going to call you. I have zero problems with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have problems with Cash Patel being there, just more on like we're paying for Cash Patel to go on a vacation, more so than Cash Patel being in the room. But that's
But when you do even in 1980s, there was they did have political people. Around them.
So
I don't like our taxpayers just to him go over there and party with our guys, but
Yeah.
this is not a new thing on that either.
Yeah. So like to me, like that's not where I have the issue. It is more of the phone call itself and what was said in the phone call, and putting the women's team down and having every single man in that room laugh at that joke, which was not a good joke. Not a good look. Not a good look. You could tell that the women's team did not like what happened in that locker room because there are multiple screenshots of the players for the women's team liking posts online, calling the men out for their misogyny. So, and now the women are also being asked about it and there's several of them saying, like, it sucks that we have to answer for something that we didn't do. We weren't there. That was them. But now we have to answer for it because it is something that we were placed into because they decided to laugh at us. And they fucking won gold. SB Nation put it best. In one fell swoop, Team USA managed to alienate a huge portion of the current NHL fan base in the United States, undermine many of the initiatives the league has been trying to make, and turn off the precise segment of the sports market hockey has been trying so desperately to gain, a potentially legendary bag fumbling by stars of a sport who have a vested interest in seeing it grow in popularity, increasing reach, and revenue in the process. So we do have clips first, but do you want to give any of your thoughts before we show some clips from What Chaos?
I did not like the joke. I thought it's kind of like the why, like you just say congratulations. I would love to have you at the State of the Union, but he can't help himself, like ever. And it's just like what you didn't have to make a slight about anybody, but it's him, so he's going to do it. And then the only thing that I've awkwardly laughed at jokes that I don't like just in the moment. Plus, that's 5 minutes in, they're buzzed as hell. I don't even know what their blood alcohol was there, so it doesn't matter what they say. They were gonna laugh at it. So I am letting things see what they do. I mean, Jack Hughes did literally before all that stuff happened, before that phone call, he did say, basically,
I'm making color. Yeah.
And the
person who shouted out too in the video, like, close the northern portal, not great.
No. Yeah. It just, they're gonna talk shit because it's their biggest rival. So
yeah.
I still took that as just them just talking shit because they beat their rival. Whether or not you think that's a bad joke, okay, but I understand why they would say that. They're just like, close the northern border, we got this shit. Like I can see them saying that. I think I didn't like it, but I'm not going to sit there and say that they're terrible people and they should be banned from everything. And some of the vitriol that they get online, some of it's warranted, but I think a lot of it's not because of where some of the vitriol went.
I think we've always, and I'm going to talk for both of us here. If it gets to the point of like death threats or any of that, we do not support that at all.
No, and
there is valid criticism, and then there is criticism that goes too far. And like when it comes to death threats or things like that, that is too far.
Yeah, it just sucks that it dampened such a monumental moment for our sports teams and our U.S. sports teams. That's the biggest thing that hurts.
Yeah,
is because it just put a black spot on such a monumental historic moment. I mean, you heard one of them say we're 2 for 2. Like, I mean, they said that in the locker room. They were even saying 2 for 2. And it's just like, and they're like, all right, shouting out that. And then you hear the stories of them going back and obviously being at the games and going back to Olympic Village. You saw the pictures of like Hughes with 2 of the women, and like Taylor was saying that Austin, like he was blitzed out of his mind, but he was like, Taylor, come here, give me a hug. Like they were all like in the same dorms and stuff. Because I mean, the Team USA could have gone to the Four Seasons. They stayed in the dorm areas and wanted to hang out, get the full experience. It just sucks. And
it sucks, see. And this too is like an experience that a lot of women have had, where you think that you can be really good friends with a guy and you think that they're cool and you think everything's great, and then you hear about some of the stuff that they have said either about you or about women behind your back when you weren't around, and then it's just like, oh, you're not who I thought you were, or what, who are you? Are you the person that you are when you're with me, or are you the person that and other women, or are you the person that you are in the locker room?
Yeah.
Or like with other guys. So it's one of those I believe in giving people grace. I do want to see what the men do going forward, but I got my eye on them. I'm not very happy at them, and they're basically on thin ice.
I like that. All the puns, girl, all the puns. But no, I mean, it's not right now. It's not taking away from me going back and watching Megan Keller and Jack Hughes' goal and like all the videos and compilations that I see of it. It's not that you're just not going to take that feeling that I have away from me for that. Am I, does it suck? And like you're saying, like you're disappointed, totally understand. But just me, I'm not going to sit there and say all those guys are assholes and should be banned for life and all that other stuff.
Oh, no.
It's a thing that you're just like, hey,
and the NHL's not going to do that because the NHL does not hold these guys accountable for anything.
No, and as long as they're selling tickets and obviously like it was 28 million watched this damn game at like 6 a.m. It was the most watched that a sporting event at that time or hockey game. I forgot exactly what the record was.
Yeah, I think it was 8 a.m. game East Coast, so it was 7 a.m. for you. Yeah, 5 a.m. anyone on the Pacific.
Yeah. And the game was one of the best hockey games I've ever watched, and was the best goalie performance as far as the team that they were playing against.
It was electric, and so it is the most where I felt the highest, and then really low later that night. Yeah. So
it's just like, come on, man. That's just kind of
can't we have nice things?
Yeah, but no, some of them I'm like, all right, but we said before going off air, I don't get that vibe from a lot of them, and I've watched a lot of their stuff, what they've said afterwards. I don't get that vibe from a lot of them, but it just depends on what they do. So like you said, they're thin ice to do. I'm still gonna
yeah, there's some, and we've talked beforehand too. I was like, where like the Hughes brothers and like Austin Matthews, like I think of them better as a lot of the other, because like on the a lot on the team are in support of our government and what our government is doing now. But we have a few possible bright spots. We don't their athletes don't typically tell people what their political affiliations. And I also have said multiple times, we know way too much about everyone already, and I don't really need to know athletes' political affiliations. But the ones who have done good stuff, which the Hughes brothers have done good stuff before. Austin Matthews is a Latino, so I want to support him because Latinos. But now I got my eye on them. Whereas the others were the Kachucks. We know who the Kachucks are.
Yeah, but there are assholes. That's what I always say. It's like,
yeah, but I don't expect anything better from them. No. And that's why anytime we talk about the Kachucks, then what are the plays for my fucking team? When I talk, I talk about them, what they do on the ice. I do not talk about them in their personal lives because I don't like them as people. But I do like them as hockey players.
They're really good. They're really freaking good. They're always, everybody that when they play for your team, you love them, as far as them as a player. But man, it's like Marshy.
No,
right?
He plays for Matthew Tkachuk plays for my team, and I don't love him. I don't like him, but I like how he plays.
Right. It's like Marshy off the ice is such a cool ribber and all that stuff, but on the ice he's a pest, man. He's a rat in a good way. And it's
Marshy also seems like a decent human being in real life.
Yeah. No,
we're Matthew Tkachuk is not.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I would just see. But yeah, just chat. The Hughes brothers. We'll see, because I just don't get that vibe from them. Austin Matthews, I do like the fact that he at least is the only Toronto Maple Leaf to do something. I think that's pretty funny, as far as that. But yeah, no,
that's the other thing too, with the whole loves the northern border. There's so many Canadians that are pissed off that are just and Austin Matthews the captain for Toronto, and Brady Tkachuk is the captain for Ottawa. And people say like, oh, that sounded like Brady's voice saying close the northern border. So apparently Ottawa fans are not happy and are like, take away his C, trade him. Like there's like all this. So that'll be interesting what homecoming they get.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Right. I mean, yeah, the Ottawa stuff, a lot of times, but you also have fans that are like, I don't care if they committed murder, they win. And I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. I totally disagree with that. But people check morals at the door if they win.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. But we got What Chaos. They are a great hockey podcast. They also, if you are a fan of Heated Rivalry, they also covered Heated Rivalry, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, we got an hour and 21. I'm proud of you. An hour and 21 in this show. Before it's like me on Fantasy F Around. It's like, how long can I go without mentioning Brock Bowers? It's like, how long can Soul go without mentioning Heated Rivalry?
Hey, it's fun.
It's a good show.
It's a good show. They had some great points when talking about locker room stuff with Cash Patel and the phone call. Here's the first vidya.
Oh shoot, I got it.
Right. Happy for all these players. I fucking rooted for them heavily. I like so many of them personally, et cetera, et cetera. Someone's got to say Cash Patel can't come in. Someone's got to say, Cash, they're going to meet up with you later. Someone like the Florida Panthers kicked RA out of the room when they were celebrating the Stanley Cup. So you're allowed to say, hey, it's kind of a closed party right now. Because I was really seeing like only players and staff and Cash Patel. Someone needs to say no or not right now because, and I'm going to say something that a lot of people with different political views from me say, you don't need to make everything political. This is not a moment that needed to be political. And so many people cry, get mad when something is made political. When you bring the literal FBI director who is viewed widely, globally, as a like MAGA puppet for the White House, who is accused and thought to be protecting criminals in the government, then we have to fucking talk about that guy's there, and then it becomes political. So I will say, I didn't want any of this. I don't want to be talking about this. I didn't want to see this because I did not want this to exist. I'll say it again. You don't need to make everything political, and I feel bad for people in that room who probably didn't know who the fuck that man was.
Yeah, so I immediately, because I was watching, because I was just going through getting all the videos. I was like, I need every coverage of this. This is awesome. I just want to soak in the moment. And I saw one of the lives, one of the players or something like that, and I was like, "Is that effing Cash Patel?" And like I stopped. And I was like, "Well, this is gonna be like." I was like, "All right, buckle your seatbelts, kids. Here we go."
And it would be so much different if he was like in the background, but like he's like in the forefront of the celebration.
And then like every time people are like, "Well, he's a hockey fan. Cool. He can be a hockey fan, not in that locker room."
He literally could have hung out with them like afterwards.
Yeah, go to 11. Whatever. Like I just, it's just when you're not viewed very popular, and you just accomplish something that we haven't accomplished in 46 years, and we've been right there at the doorstep the whole time. And immediately when someone sees that, people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is effed up," and all that other stuff. So yeah, it's just more of just like, "Oh, dude, the vibe just went to shit."
You made it political when it didn't have to be.
No. So, and I know the players probably didn't even think two things about that because they were just so euphoric, and they're like, "Oh, fuck." And also, too, Quinn Hughes, I still don't know if he knows where he is. I hope he knows that like when they gave him the medal around his neck, that he know it was there like 2 seconds later. The ghost, I don't know. The ghosts know where they are. Does Quinn know where he is? No. Even when he was like his Good Morning America, where they were still like hung over and plastered, and like him coming in and just like that interview. Shout out Mike Tirico, though. I'm sorry, but I don't really want to get to the other two clips. But shout out Mike Tirico. What his sign off
Consummate
be
professional.
just there's good consummate professionals, and what he said at the end of the Olympic coverage. Shout out Mike Tirico. I just got to get that off my chest. Shout out Mike Tirico.
And here's clip numero dos.
Yeah, if you see me looking to the right, I've just got to make sure I'm timing it correctly. So, because we're doing it live.
Dumb enough to think that politics is not involved in sports. Like, it obviously is. It is. Everything is politics. Everything across the board is fucking politics. But as a diehard sports fan, I view sports as a method of like escapism, and like I like for sports to be a way for me to get away from all of the shit that is happening, whether it's in my personal life, whether it's in like the world. I know it's getting harder and harder with that shit, but it's a form of escapism. And so when something like this happens, and it's such a high and such an incredible moment, and such a big, like, this is the biggest hockey game that I've ever fucking seen in my life, and we come out on the winning side, and it's just such an incredible moment. And again, I'm not letting this ruin it, but it is so disappointing that immediately politics gets inserted into it and you can't escape it. And that's where the discussion is like becoming a main talking point, and you can't fucking escape it. And that part really sucks. That part really sucks.
Yeah. And that's what the whole thing with me, that just basically what he said is kind of how I am with this whole thing, is like that game is, I'm going to never forget it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just, and not because of this, but the fact that it's tainted because of this is what hurts the most. And because that, the performance, the 3-on-5, like the fact that we stopped 8, we never let a PK.
When we were 3-on-5, I'm like, oh, we just fucking lost this thing. And when we survived a minute and a half, which is a long fucking time in sports, a minute and a half, I was just like, oh fuck, we got this. Like,
yeah, and then Hughes, like with that high stick, and he thought he cost us the game at that point too. And
he's like, I lost my fucking teeth already.
Yeah, and he like, it was literally the scene of Dumb and Dumber. I'm like, just when I thought you couldn't do anything dumber, you go and totally redeem yourself as far as scoring that winning goal. And plus that goal, this is why it's hard sometimes to watch hockey on television. It's hard for me to follow the puck. If you go and look at the reactions around, like people are just like, did that go in or did that not go in? Oh, yeah, it went in. Like it's just because you just can't follow it. But yeah, that's what stinks the most, is because like this historic thing is people are like, yeah, but, and I don't, it didn't have to be this way.
Yeah. And like, unfortunately too, like, because they put the women in it, it almost, like, you can say in a sense tainted the women, because we're not talking about the women's accomplishment either. We're talking about the men shitting on the women, when we should be saying, hey, both of our teams won gold. That should be what we're talking about. But no. And that goes to our third clip.
All of this are the fucking women. And it's like the hockey team. Those women worked their entire lives for this shit too. They're, in the context of their sport, I know people are going to be like, oh, not real hockey. In the context of their sport, they're better than the men are. That's just an objective fact. They did their job better than the men did their job, and they both won gold, so it is what it is. But like, that sucks. And it sucks for those women now too, that they either have to be like, I'm sure a lot of them grew up wanting to go to the White House too. And also I'm sure that there's women on that team who don't give a shit about this as well. Like, I don't think it's fair to just assume that all women are going to be like, that sucks, because there's fucking women in that administration.
There's like MAGA people on any Olympic team.
But like, it just is unfortunate that like all of the stuff that people like, I don't know, I want to go to the White House. I want to meet the president, like not this president necessarily, but the idea of meeting the most powerful person in the world, like that's cool as shit. And all of that stuff gets ruined now. And now people that aren't qualified to be political are being political. Like I said, I don't think people realize this. That like not only do not most college people go to college, let alone graduate college, most of them don't even go to high school. Like the high school that a lot of these kids go through when they're playing juniors is barely school. So like they are, I'm not going to call them stupid, but woefully uneducated. And like, I don't know. I just have gotten to a point as a black man in America where like I don't have the energy to like get, even though I guess I'm a little worked up now, like I don't have the energy to get like actively upset about every single evil fucking thing that this guy does, because he does something evil every fucking day. We're about to go to war with Iran. We're about to go to fucking war. So like, I don't know. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I can't wait. Like, I hope this country survives all of it, and in 10, 20 years, we like none of this is really the way that things operate, but it is. It just all sucks, and I don't know. I'm tired of it.
That's apparently he's tired of it. I didn't get that. Did you get that? Did you
No,
get that
not
he's
at
tired
all.
of it? I
Not
didn't
at
get
all.
that at all. I didn't get that at all. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm tired of it.
Yeah. I will say, Jeremy Swayman, goaltender for the Boston Bruins, and he was a goaltender on the U.S. team, was asked about it once he got back to Boston, and he said, quote, we should have reacted differently. We're so excited for the women's team and have so much respect for the women's team, end quote. You said you said the thing. Now let's see your actions. So you said we should have reacted differently. You say you respect the women. Now your words need to turn into action. And part of that can be Boston has a PWHL team. Maybe support the women who play in Boston as well. I want to see Jeremy Swayman and also the other men. If the team you play for also has a PWHL team in your city, I want to see you supporting women. I want to see you supporting your fellow athletes. So,
yeah, just how you did support them throughout this tournament, where they were saying like they were at their games or they were chumming it up.
Yeah,
just continue. It's not hard. Continue it, especially if you're in your city.
Exactly. We're gonna give the final words on this to our captain, Captain America, Hillary Knight. Here we go.
You mentioned the double goal. Jack and Quinn Hughes responded to all this by saying they're tight with the women's team. How would you describe your relationship with the men's hockey team?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a genuine level of support there and respect, and I think that's being overshadowed by sort of a quick lapse. And I think the guys were in a tough spot, so it's a shame that sort of this storyline and narrative is kind of blown up and overshadowing kind of that connection and genuine interest in one another and cheering one another on. We've had phenomenal relationships in the village and supporting one another on the world stage and also the professional stages. And I look forward to those friendships and, acquaintances sort of continuing in great fashion. And I think this is just a really good learning point to really focus on, how we talk about women, not only in sport, but in industry. Women aren't less than, and our achievements shouldn't be overshadowed by anything else other than how great they are.
Yeah, because in the end of the day, guess what you achieved? The same thing.
The same damn thing.
Same damn thing. And obviously, yes, it's because it's been 46-year drought in the game in Canada and like all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you both stood on the podium in the exact same podium with the exact same gold medals around your neck and should be applauded for that. And here we are. So that's kind of my little thing. Shout out to Hillary, basically saying like they had a lapse in judgment. I mean, in the moment, not a good look. But at the end of the day, she was.
And we're all humans. We all make mistakes, but how we come back from those mistakes shows who we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but and also Hillary, she kind of like the Sue Bird of the women's hockey. Just all.
Although she was hanging out with your girl.
Who?
Yeah, Morgan.
Oh, Alex Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay. I was getting ready to say Trinity at first.
No.
I was like, Trinity?
No, your original girl before you gave up on her.
Okay. Well, I didn't give up on her. She retired. she gave up on me because she got older and couldn't go anymore.
But Josh, where can the people find us?
People will find us tomorrow night. Me and Justin Toner will be breaking down the world of wrestling at 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern. And then obviously March Madness is just around the corner. So bracket bitches will be coming around the bend. And then on next Friday, Book Club's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Kindred.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the author?
Octavia E. Butler.
Octavia E. Butler. Okay. Time travel, bitches. It's back. All right.
I mean, technically, yes.
Yeah. It's time travel. It's kind of what it is.
Although I don't think we get that elegant phrase in this book.
No.
Like we did in the other one.
No. But yeah, we'll be doing Solo and I will be doing that. Obviously, we want your other Discord members to join us. Shout out to Justin that joined us last time. Obviously, Ryan joined us every time that we do that. Link is down below. Discord is free to join. We all obviously have a good time over there shooting the breeze. And we'd love to have you all join as well. That pretty much does it.
I think that's it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. And we shall see you next time.